Cage Minds, Micah Frankel. We've been focusing a lot lately on our local New Mexico scene. It's been time again that we branch out. Joining us now on the phone, we got Michigan's own Calie Cutler,
Cutler.
WXC 63 Strawweight title fight. We got her on the phone with us now. Calie, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
Thank you for the time. Big title fight coming up. How you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good. Kind of the sun's finally starting to peek out. So here in Michigan, so my mood's kind of a little higher than normal. So I'm feeling pretty good.
Michigan native, born and raised there, right?
Yep.
So I'm sure to you it's just another winter, but how has the winter been?
Not too bad. Not that bad. Usually, I don't do too well in the winter, but this one was okay. So doing fine.
Doing fine. So let's get to it. Athletic background in high school, younger days. Were you athletic? Were you in anything?
Yeah, I started wrestling in 7th grade, so I've been doing that a while. I wrestled 7th grade through my junior year of college, so I've always had that I don't know, I don't know, ever since I started MMA, I thinned out a little bit, but I'm kind of used to having more muscle, so I'm kind of more, I don't know. It's weird because I still feel like I've retained my wrestling strength, but it's weird to see my body so thin.
Back in wrestling, what weight did you wrestle at?
I wrestled 135 throughout my whole career. I started out in 7th grade at 35, and I just kept it all the way through college. So I fight 115 now, which is it's a pretty dramatic drop for me, but I like it because I've noticed ever since I've gone down to that weight that I'm a lot faster.
So going from a wrestler and using that strength, how strange is it now as an MMA fighter to be using your speed aspect?
I have a lot more fun with it because I kind of still get to use my strength, because they're 115ers and you add that speed in. It's a lot of fun actually. Just be whoa! I can't believe I got here so fast. That was fun.
And then I saw you started your amateur run back in 2013. Is that correct?
Yep. No, actually, I think it might have been 2012. 2012.
So from the wrestling ending, that story ending, how did you find your way into MMA?
Well, I was wrestling in college when I had a death in the family, so I decided to move back home to Michigan, and I took a year off of school and a year off of life. So after a year of not competing, I was absolutely miserable. So it's kind of what's the next best thing? What does a wrestler do? So I decided to just give MMA a try because it was the closest thing I could find to wrestling.
And then from your expectations of just getting back being an athlete to now being a professional, 7 fights under your belt, did you ever envision that first day going all the way into a pro career now as a fighter?
Yes. Yeah, I did actually. I know when I kind of start something and I really like it, I'm going to really go far in it. I'm one of those people I don't like to do anything half-assed. It's either all or nothing, and especially with sports. So, considering that it's such a aggressive sport, I knew it was kind of mine, and I was going to be there to stay.
And obviously getting into MMA, which aspect of the game was easiest for you to grasp onto? I know coming from the wrestling, was it the jiu-jitsu or was it getting to explore striking?
Well, the jiu-jitsu was a little strange at first because the whole being on your back thing was kind of made me feel like I was drowning when I first started. I hated being on my back. So I actually purposely took the first like 6 months of jiu-jitsu and only worked my back game just so I could like feel more comfortable there. But definitely like I love striking just because it's like this new bright shiny thing that I've never like really got to do. You know, as a wrestler, you don't really like use your hands that much. It's mostly all your lower body. So I find like striking is like a lot of fun for me, but like on the same note, jiu-jitsu's a lot of fun because it uses a lot of my wrestling.
So was the striking almost like Christmas morning, a new toy you got to unwrap?
Yeah, oh yeah, this bright new shiny toy. Like, ooh, get to play with that today.
So talking about the striking, what technique have you really begun to enjoy? And are you more of a kickboxing striker or a Muay Thai striker?
I would say kickboxing, probably like more karate. Like I like to. I've been really trying to work my like in and out to like so I can set up shots where I'm like maybe I'll like pop. Like my thing is I like to strike until it's not fun anymore. So what I like to do is kind of like go in and out of the striking situation, and it's almost like my opponent forgets I'm a wrestler, and that's why I like them to forget. And then I can kind of feel the moment they're into the striking is when I go for the takedown.
So it's kind of a lulling them into a pattern before switching it up on them.
Yeah. Yes.
And then tell us about the cerebral aspect of MMA. How have you found to enjoy the chess match of it and the game planning?
Yeah. Chess match is definitely the right word. Just with so many different like styles you can bump into, and just like all the different techniques. Like I've like tried to train a little bit of everything, not necessarily because I'm going to use it, just so I can like understand it. Like boxing, they got different movements. Muay Thai, they have different movements. So it definitely is a chess match. Yes.
And now, again, we said coming up, you're 4 weeks out, I believe, title fight. What does that mean to you, stepping in there, home state, banging it out for a belt?
Well, my girl's also a hometown girl, so it's kind of weird because I've known her for about 4 years now, and I really like her, and I've never fought someone that I've known and liked before, but I love hometown fights just because you get the crowd, and it's a lot more fun when you have more fans there. So I am super excited.
So you and Tina know each other. Have you guys trained together, or is it just a know of each other because you're in the same state, you're in the same scene?
Yeah, we're just in the same state. We fought a lot of cards together, and we've chit-chatted a lot before, so it's kind of like, we know each other, but we haven't formally practiced. So I'm kind of glad about that because I think it'd even be harder to, like, fight someone that, like, you've trained with, because when you train with someone, it's almost like you get a little bit, like, more of a, like, friend connection, and I don't really like fighting my friends, so.
So you've obviously seen Tina in action several times. Where do you see in her game that you're going to be able to exploit her holes?
Basically, as long as I can avoid her submissions, as I just need to pass her guard, I can see a lot of ground and pound happening. I can also see a lot of just plain like striking. I like to wear people down in fights a lot before I like get on top and just start like pounding away at the face. But I can actually see me trying to like wear her down with striking a lot, and then taking her down ground and pound.
And Calie, I think you just outlined the wrestler mentality right there. You get in there, you start grinding on them until you can really beat them up and break them.
Yes. Yep.
And then looking at your record, seen a little rough patch. On Sherdog, it says you've lost 3 of your last 4. Is that correct?
Yes, that is true.
So, come April 23rd, what does it take to right that ship, turn it around, get the W?
To like break this little bad like streak I'm on. Gonna have to say, like, I don't know, like hometown ones I always do really well on, and I don't know, I just have a really good feeling about this one. So I think it's gonna be a start of a win streak.
Now, for you, I believe the event is in, it says Crystal Gardens, and you're from Stockbridge, I see. So how far of a travel is this for you?
It's kind of by my gym ish, and I already drive like an hour and a half to get to practice every day. So I think it's about an hour and a half ish. I don't know, but it's like the normal drive I'm used to.
So an hour and a half drive. So you drive about 3 hours every day just for practice back and forth?
Yep, I sure do.
So heading into practice and then going, back home, what does that do for you mentally to get prepared and then to be able to digest what you had learned in the practice, having that time to think?
I get assigned a lot of homework. I have a bob at my house, and then I also have like a bag for ground and pound. So like a lot of times I'll do a morning practice by myself, where I like take stuff I learned the day before and like practice it, on my own time. That way, like things sink in a little better. The drive does kind of take a lot out of you sometimes, and like you just have to like battle it, I guess. But I do a lot of homework.
Homework. Something we've all tried to avoid. So now for you, how exciting is it getting a fight at home? We've seen obviously 7 fights in 2 years. A lot of people, or about 3 years, a lot of people would just be jealous of being able to stay that active. But also then now your next fight's at home. So how much do you like having those in-home fights, home state fights?
It's a lot less stressful. Like travel does wear you out a little bit, and then when you just your hometown crowd, everyone's
Okay.
okay. Yeah. Traveling, for fights, it kind of stinks. I'm like super girly, so I have to like pack a lot of things. I think I actually stress myself out packing because I always say like, not only do I have to pack for being a female, I also have to pack for being a fighter, and I have to pack for being a female fighter. So I think I almost like overwhelm myself because you never know what you're going to need. So when you're home, everything's right there. You don't need anything special. Like just a lot more relaxing home fights.
So from the wrestling room to the gym, this grinding, this sweating, the blood, sweat, the tears, and then you get to being a professional, and they're like, well, we need you to do that in the cage, but you also need to do some promotional work, and you're supposed to be a lady. So how much more of a job has this been than you expected it?
The promotional was way more than I thought it was going to be. Like, when I started fighting, I just thought it was going to be just like wrestling. You just be an athlete, do your thing, go home. I really didn't even know how much promotion was even out there. Like, so I've actually had to make like huge adjustments, almost to like my own personality to like work with it. Because naturally, I'm kind of like a more shy, reserved person, but I kind of realized that wasn't really going to fly in fighting. So I kind of worked to like be a little more social, like make phone call interviews. Like about 3 years ago, I would have said no. Like, just so it's been actually most of the work is not the physical part, but actually more like the social part for me. So.
Right, I'm gonna throw your manager under the bus. He had contacted me and said, well, Calie may be a little quiet, just giving you a heads up, and saying you're doing a wonderful job if you are shy. Throwing that out there.
I am. I'm a super like shy, reserved person. Like I've been working on it though. I've been trying to be a little more social. Like it's been working out these past 2 years.
So how hard was that, taking the confidence of being that competitive athlete and then transferring it over to this social, promotable marketing entity?
It's been been one of like the hardest things ever. Like I'm just like a naturally like physical person, so like the whole like blood, sweat, and tears, like that's my jam. But the whole social, it's been very stressful to be honest. But luckily I have no idea why I am. But when I went to school, I was a business minor, and I think I just decided to do business just more out of like curiosity, and it really has been helping me with my fighting career. So I'm kind of glad I ended up choosing that as my minor. So
Got the title fight coming up. Getting a title, a big goal. Where have you set your goals for MMA?
um, uh, I want to be in the UFC, like nobody's business. Like, I'm not gonna like sleep easy one night until I do one day. And then I'll sleep easy for one night until I start doing well in the UFC. Like, I definitely want to get. I just want to be everything that I know I'm capable of, and it's just something I've got to do.
And it all starts April 23rd. Winning the fight, getting the title around your waist. What will that mean?
What? I missed the last part.
Winning April 23rd, getting that title around your waist. What will that mean to you?
It's going to be the beginning of my win streak. When I first started wrestling, I won like 3 matches my first 4 years of wrestling. And then my junior and senior year of high school, I ended up having like a winning record against the guys in wrestling. So I really feel like this is me again, going through that losing streak. Like sometimes you gotta like really get down in the gutter to like before you like make that huge push to like where you need to be. And I feel like this next fight is going to be my next push. So.
And I've heard the nickname is the Honey Badger. Where did that come from?
Everyone keeps on telling me I don't give a fuck. I don't. I guess I don't. But it came from like how much punches I'm willing to take and not really care that someone's punching me. I guess I just keep going.
Can you describe what MMA means to you?
MMA, it's my reason to get up in the morning. Basically, it's that just like that inner grr that makes you want to just live a little happy little MMA life. I don't know. What does MMA mean to me? It's basically everything I love. That's what it means to me.
And then, to the people that are supporting, the supporters, the sponsors, who do you need to shout out to? Who do you need to thank?
Oh, hold on. I have a list.
The list. Everyone always means to have the list, but only few actually remember to have the list.
Here's the thing. I had the list, but I've been walking around the house as I'm talking to you. I don't know where to start now. Oh. All right, I think I can remember though. I need to thank Wendy Jarva from Sick Chick. She makes all my custom like outfits for my fights, and I'm kind of a girly girl, so she makes them all nice and pink, and I love it. Target Merchandise, the fishing boat captain is one of my sponsors. Bite Me Mouth Guards, and then Brett Harvey from War of the Roses Wrestling. And I'd also like to thank my family and all my coaches.
Calie, Cutler, best of luck. April 23rd. Go out there and get that title, and thank you for the time for the interview.
Oh, no problem.
This is Cage Minds. I'll talk to you guys later.